Okay, so welcome everyone to the third masterclass with regards to advanced Discord server setup. Okay, so this is under NFT marketing course. Okay, so if you've missed the previous lessons, kindly refer back to the previous lesson recordings in our forum channels. It's all updated for your consumption. Okay, so just a brief background, especially for those who was not able to attend the last lessons. All right. So about us, we are Token Minds, a full service Web3 agency. We've been operating since 2016. All right. So we've worked on different crypto projects and then now more on NFT projects as well. So around more than 100 clients already. So I'm here with Anchor, one of the founders of Token Minds. Right. So I'm Chris. I'm the community lead for Token Minds, and I'm working with different clients' projects as well, handling the community management. So part of the task that we are doing for our clients is this server setup in Discord. So in the previous lessons, I've discussed how we do the basic setups in terms of the server settings, etc. And then we discuss some of the security bots that we have been using, like example Pandes Guard, Wick, etc. And now we this is part three of the advanced server setup already. Okay, so we are going to discuss the following. Right. So today we will be discussing the following. With this music fun bots, it is relatively easy to install and self-explanatory, so we'll no longer tackle on this. But this one, if you're seeing the crypto news and NFT news channels, right? So you are seeing some RSS feed bots wherein you see some news coming in from different media platforms. So I will teach you today on how to install these things as well in your own Discord server or project, since this is a really good thing to make your community members informed, especially for example if you are more on the trading community. Of course, any fundamental news with relation to crypto would affect any token or any coin that you are trying to trade. So this is really important as well. In NFT, this is also important. So your community will see the new trends in the NFT, etc. Okay. And then we also discuss how will we install the server stats counter on the topmost part of our server. So it's really a good one to know for projects and founders. Then the tickets. So how do you create a ticketing system? And this NFT related stuff, which is the token gating. For example, you are going to require people to be able to access only your server if they have this certain NFT in their wallet. So how would we do that? So we will discuss these things in this last part, the part three of the advanced Discord server setup. Okay. So if you're looking for the other things such as server moderation bots that we're using, etc., and then how to actually set up the server. So those were already tackled in the previous topics. So you can refer back to those recordings that we have for the previous lessons. Okay. So let's start. Okay, so if you're seeing the RSS feed in our NFT news and crypto news channels or blockchain news channel here on Token Mind server, you will see this RSS feed bot. So how to do this? Of course, if you're already here, okay, so you can easily click on the Boto bot coming from Token Mind server and then just invite your server. If not, you can use this link. Okay. And then or you can just look for boto.io in the website, okay, to make it simple. And then just simply add it to your server and give it the proper rights according to what I've taught you in the previous lessons. Okay. And then when you go to the boto.io website, okay, you just click on create boto. Then you will be required to sign up there, register, etc. Okay. When you already signed up and logged in, so you this boto not only it is actually a customization bot, but right now I will just discuss the RSS feed. But then there are a lot of functions revolving around boto.io, so you can explore by yourself as well. But here, how to create the RSS feed bot, just click on create and create new boto. Okay. And then here, there are different templates. So there are different templates which you can use for this bot. But now we want the RSS feed. Okay, so we just click on data on this part and then RSS feed. So this is meant to get data coming from any RSS feed. So like for example here, I am getting an RSS feed URL coming from Crypto News, which provides crypto news or blockchain news from time to time. So we just put it here, the RSS feed link, and just drag this module. Okay, we drag this module to the Boto creator. So in here, it means, okay, this function will get RSS feed news coming from this link. All right. And then this is the input part. That's why it's on green. Okay. So what you want to happen is that it will directly appear or send the same message coming in from this feed to the Discord server. So we can click on act category and then select this module. Okay. So send message Discord module. And then when you drag it towards the Boto creator, you will need to set up. Okay. So you will need to set this output data module. Okay. So with the first one, channel ID, this refers to the channel ID. For example, here, crypto news channel. So this refers to that. So you need the channel ID, but then it's on how to actually get a, this is a drop down list. So you will need to enroll your server's channel into this one. So how do you actually do that? Since you have created an account in the Boto website, okay, since you created an account in the Boto website, you will just authorize the email that you've used for Boto. Okay, so if example, you already added the Boto bot in your Discord, just type this command if you are an admin. Okay, so /auth and then email, and then type your email. So once you already type your email and press enter, this prompt will appear coming from the Boto bot. So authorization is done. You can now refresh the Discord channel feed. So once this appeared, it means that in this drop-down list in Boto website for the setup and configuration, you can already see the channel that you've enrolled. So how do you enroll again? Just type this command in the channel which you wanted the RSS feed to appear. So for example, for me, in Token Mind, so we have RSS feed in NFT News and Crypto News channel. So this command I use in Crypto News channel, for example. So I just type it there. And then in the drop down, it already appears. Okay. So what will happen is it will look like this. Okay. So channel ID, for example, Barbecue Server, Crypto News. So this is my test channel where I just use for instruction purposes, guys. And then you will link this input RSS feed towards the output Discord module. And then these things below will actually be the body of the message every time that the bot sends the RSS feed in your server. For example, here, so here I put some text templates like, okay, every time it will message the server, editor speak from crypto news. And then this will show, this is a command that is used in Boto. So you can just type the hashtag and you will see the commands in Boto. So just type here summary just to see the summary of the news in the body of the message. And then here, this is the title. So it will just show, this means that if you use this command, it will just show the title coming in from the RSS feed. Then here also the RSS feed URL for the said news message. Okay, and then you can also add some, if example, you don't want to use any other picture, you can just leave this optional. But then if you want to have a custom image embed, you can put here in the image embed URL. And then the the box color of the Boto feed, you can also customize, okay, in this color. And then in mention, you can mention everyone every time there is a new feed coming in. Okay, so you can, it is optional and I don't suggest because it will be kind of spammy to others. And if others find your server spammy, they will mute it. So I don't like that. So we just leave this blank usually. Okay. Then we save the bottom for that. So you're done setting up your RSS feed. Okay. So you just save, and then of course you can set every when it will check from the source of the RSS so that it will run. So for me, I set it every 10 minutes and then I turned on. Okay, after saving, this will appear. So just click to turn on your Boto and then it will now run. So when it runs, so for here example, I did not put any image, right? So when it runs, it will appear like this one. So this is what you are seeing right now. So it captured the summary of the news or the RSS feed, and then the title, and then the link. So it shows that. So for example, you want to put, because it is some, for some people it's plain or dull if there's no graphics. Okay, so you can always design it in a way that you can put some images as well, and you can always change the color. Okay, so those are the options that you can do with regards to this RSS feed. Okay, so this is actually for some Discord users, I mean majority of the Discord users, they don't know how this happens and how to set this up. So hopefully with this is very simple actually. So with this you can improve your servers as well using this RSS feed. So for example, another good thing here, this RSS feed, you can use it as well if, for example, you have a blog, okay, and you want it to feature in your Discord server. Every time you put a blog post in your blog, you just get the link of the RSS feed and then you put it here. Okay. So real time, anytime you have posted something, it will automatically update as well in your Discord. All right. Okay. So this is the RSS feed using boto.io. So with server stats, so for some people, oh, how do they put the number on top of the server? So how do they show the how many online members are on this channel? So this is something cool. So this is actually being done using the server stats bot. So just invite the server stats bot to your server. So for example, here you can look for the server stats bot here in our channel or in our server right now, and then invite it, add to your own server, or use this link, serverstatsbot.com. Okay. So when you install it, okay, assign the corresponding permissions. Okay. And then how to set this up, it depends on actually what you want to do and what do you want to highlight and show in these fancy counters. So the most basic one in order to set this up is really easy and straightforward. So once the bot is already in your Discord server, okay, just type slash setup, and then it will appear with these options: voice channel, text channel, announcement channel, stage channel. So what I usually prefer and recommend is using a voice channel, just because, for example, you set it up as a bot voice channel, it will allow spaces in the naming convention. For example, here, all members, so there's a space here. But then if you use a text channel, so in Discord, as you have observed, you cannot put spaces on Discord channel names. So, for example, you put some space on the Discord channel names, it automatically becomes a dash line. So sometimes it's not good aesthetically and in terms of design. So with this, I want to recommend this voice channel, and then no worries, because this is a voice channel which no one from the normal members can join, because it is usually locked upon setup of this bot. So it will appear like this, and then you can, for example, you want to do something like I did here in the Token Minds server, wherein we put also the link of the website on the server stats channel, so it's easily seen by everyone for immediate reference. You can just clone this channel and then rename and put this website. Or sometimes, for example, we use this also to put the mint date, mint price, so things like that for immediate reference of all people can also put here. Then other things you can also show here are the number of roles in your channel. Okay, number of bots certainly, and then number of example, this role, the whitelisted role. So you have this certain whitelisted role in your server. So you can select that role and it will appear that whitelisted, and then the number of people with actually with that role. So, for example, you want to highlight also that, okay, we have many OGs here. So you have given this OG roles to the very special people who are the early supporters of your project. You can also highlight. Okay, so we have, from out of 50,000 members, for example, I have 500 OGs. So you can highlight them. Then people see, oh, having this role, it's is somewhat special, because they are only limited to this number. And then we are in a total 50,000, for example. There are only 500 OGs. So when you see an OG, oh, this guy must be special. So something like that. So we can always design and rename as well the channel according to what we want. Okay. And then here on TicketSbot, so for example, you want a ticketing system in your server. So the ticketing system, primarily, when you create a ticket, it will create an individual room or channel. So only the admins, moderators, and the ticket opener can see. So this is something, especially if you want to discuss things more in private, you can use this ticket. Okay. So more on organization of pending things as well. For example, on the moderation side, of course, if every question, every concern is just on general chat, number one, it will not be private. Number two, it can be um override overridden by the messages coming in from the other members. So you might miss some. So with this will not be closed unless you close the ticket. So this is like more for better and organized way to be doing the community management. So this will look like this: the create tickets, open support ticket, etc. So some info you want as a reminder, something like this. So open a support ticket. So how do we actually do this thing? Okay. Okay, so number one, of course, install this bot tickets. So you can just click on Token Minds tickets bot and then just add to your server. Okay. Or go to the website of ticketsbot.net. Okay. And then go, if you are the admin of the server, just go to the panel dashboard. So panel.ticketbot.net. And within that dashboard setup, you will see this thing. Okay, so here you can change the prefix just for using the command for the ticket. But for me, I'm not a fan of memorizing different commands for different bots. So that's why I'm usually suggesting to work on using the dashboard. Okay, so just use the dashboard. Everything is there. Everything is easy to understand. Okay, and here I usually set up the archive channel as an admin, so that example there are tickets which are closed. I can still review it because there is an archive channel in my Discord server. So for example, here I set up ticket transcripts channel, which is a private channel just meant for the admins to see any transcript. So any issue, I can always return and review back on this tickets transcript, even if the tickets is already closed. Okay. With the setup, okay, you will need to click on reactions panel. Okay. Because this is what reactions panel is. Okay. So reactions panel, click on that. And then this is the create panel. So just put the open support ticket is the panel title. So example, this is the panel title. Okay. And then the panel content, of course, is this one, the body of the message in the panel. Okay. And then with the panel color, it's just for the color. So here I set blue. So the panel channel, in this case, ticket support. Okay, I select the ticket support. So this will appear on the ticket support channel. Ticket category is where, for example, you open a ticket where tickets will create channels specifically for the individual tickets. So if you have a separate category of tickets, this is where it will appear. But if you leave this blank, it will automatically put the new channels on the highest part of your server, which is not so organized. So for me, I suggest, for example, here I have a ticket support channel. I will have a separate category created just for the tickets, individual tickets. So sometimes you can also assign two different kinds of tickets. For example, you just want a separate ticket for support and issues and another one for collabs, partnerships. So sometimes I do that as well. So how do you differentiate the tickets with that? It's here, the ticket category. So you can create another category for collab tickets and partnership tickets. And the main and general support issues concerns will be on the separate category of tickets or general tickets. So that's how you do two different ticket systems. And then here you just set up the color, example. And I usually check on the toggle advanced settings as well because I want to set this up. Okay, so mention on open. So that means if example a ticket was opened, these people will be mentioned and notified. So usually I set up ticket opener so the person who raised the ticket will be notified that this is your ticket. So he will see it. And then the community manager or moderator or admin, you can also add them because they are the one to also answer the ticket. Okay. So once everything is done, you just click save and it will already appear like this. So it's really easy to set this up. Okay. But then, of course, at first, if you don't have the knowledge, you will be confused. Oh, what will I do here? Etc. Okay. Oh, before I forget, you also set up in the support teams. So here, example, this is the support team set as default. You need to set that up and assign the roles under the support team. For example, in this channel, in this category, I mean, so staff teams, you click on this in the dashboard and then just add the roles under the support teams, those who will be really answering on this ticket. For example, community manager, admin, core team, or collab manager, you can add them. So they will also see the ticket and they will be able to answer. Okay, so next, this is the most famous bot used for token gating. This is called Collabland. Okay, so with Collabland, you can check the wallets, the assets of the members if they own a certain or specific NFT before they will be given a role. So with this role, once they get this role, for example, holder role, they will be able to see the exclusive channels just meant for those who are really the holders of the NFT. So this is how some servers, as you know, some servers are closed and are only available for holders. So this is how they do it. So you will see verify collab land sometimes in the server. So yeah. So how do you set this up? Okay, so create number one, create of course a specific holder role. For example, your name is your project is Board Ape Yacht Club, and they set up that okay, I want the name of Board Ape Yacht Club holder for my holders. So I will create this role, and then this will be the role that I'll be assigning after the token asset verification through the Collabland bot. Okay. So next is add this bot. Coming in, you can come in from this token mines, Collabland.bot or this link. Okay. But then yeah, I usually if in case you don't take note of the original links, I actually suggest you to check, for example, on token mines or even on blue chip projects which are using this one, and then check the Collabland bot that they are using and that invite that bot to the server because actually that is usually the authentic one. So be careful of just searching in the internet because sometimes you may see ads that run and then that is actually an boosted or supported ad by a scammer. So it's just a paid ad run by a scammer that will impersonate the website of Collabland. So if you install that, people who connect their wallet there will be hacked or scammed in a way. So always take care of these official links. So yeah, that's the suggestions that I have for this one. Okay. And then once you installed, ensure that to add the Discord admin permissions to the bot. Okay. So he can do his tasks accordingly. So when you already installed the Collabland bot, so upon joining the Discord, it will create automatically the Collabland config and Collabland join channels. Okay. So Collabland config channel is mainly for admin configuration purposes. So this is actually private to the admin. And Collabland join channel, this is where the users will press button to perform the token asset verification. So this is what it will look like. So for Collabland config channel, usually it will prompt a message like this one. Okay. So just follow these instructions as well. So this is the same instructions that I mentioned. And then this one is the Collabland join channel. So wherein people can press this button to start the token asset verification. Okay. So do not delete or rename this Collabland config or Collabland join channel. Okay. So once you install this, okay, you need to configure your token granted roles in the web portal. So it's like a dashboard as well. Okay. So before doing this, make sure because in the roles, right? So actually with the roles, there is a hierarchy. So meaning, if example, a role is set up higher than another role, means it has a control over the roles below it. So make sure the Collabland is at the top of the server role hierarchy that it controls. For example, you need to control the holder role, verified member role, etc. So make sure that Collabland is on top of those people. Okay, so because if not, if example the holder role is above the Collabland bot, of course it cannot control that because it's higher than him in the hierarchy of roles. So this is very important. And then head to Collabland web portal. This is the link collab.land/login and log in with your Discord account. Okay. And then once you already log in with your server account, Discord server account, okay, you can select the server on the left. Okay. So for example, here we have the server Collabland CC test just for training purposes. Okay. So select the server that you want to control and set up the Collabland token gating. And then click on token gating roles, token granted roles, I mean. So TGRs on the left. And then select role. Okay. So with this role, you will select the Discord role that you will grant. Okay. Example, this one is a member. Okay. So if you're going to only give access to NFT holders on your Discord server, so use member role. If example, you have a special role called holder, you can use that. So depending on which role you want to grant coming in from token verification. Okay. So this will appear like this. And then click on add new TGR to add the configuration. So here in the add new TGR, this is the information that the bot will check with regards to the token gating details. So just put your description, chain type, token type, address, minimum amount if you want. So example one. So example one, he should have one Bored Ape, for example. So he will get this one. And then if he have three, he will get another higher roll. So things like that you can specify here. So this one is a sample. Okay, so this is just my own description in as label description in the server, that's the test server. So here, a chain type mainnet, and I put, for example, my token is ERC721. So how would you know the token type of your token in OpenSea? For example, you can always check the collection details. And then oh wait, who's that? Yeah, Jim, can you mute first? Yeah. And then this is a token standard. So here I see ERC721. So this is the NFT that we want to verify in their wallet. So we put ERC721 and the contract address. This is the address. Contract address. This is also coming in from OpenSea. Okay, so always check that the token type and contract address is correct whenever you're setting this up. Okay. So copy that and post here. And here I put minimum amount of 1. So for example, I set this up this way and save it. Okay. So I will grant the role if the bot verifies that they have one of this NFT in this contract address. So it will verify through these parameters. So it will appear here already when, for example, you already set it up this way and you saved it. Okay. So it will appear like this. So whenever someone is going to do the verification in the Collabland bot, they just click let's go and then they will be prompted with this message by the Collabland bot. Okay. And then just connect wallet. Okay. And then when you click on connect wallet, you will be brought to the Collabland website. And then this will appear your wallet, for example, and verify. Then when you press verify, it will check your wallet and it will prompt a wallet connected if it's successful that you have your wallet connected. And then if it successfully verifies that you have the asset required, okay, you will have this prompt in your Discord server. Okay. So you example for this case, I set up that it will give example. I have this NFT. Okay, it will give the holder's role to the person who has this NFT. So it will prompt like this. Okay, you have been granted the following roles, holder's role. Okay, and then so with the basic server setup that I have mentioned last time, we use the server permissions just to make any channel exclusive to only to those holders. So if you already have this, you will be able to have access already to the holder only channels in a server or a project. So usually projects post mint do this. So there are special perks just for those who have the NFTs, etc. So this is how they actually do it. Okay, so yeah, I think we have discussed everything in terms of the subject matter for today. Okay, so ticket server stats, RSS feed using Boto. Okay, so any questions so far and token gating? Any questions so far, guys? So again, this is the part 3 of the advanced Discord setup already. So if you've missed the previous lessons, those are located in our forum channels, NFT marketing forum channel. So previous lessons with relation to Discord masterclass basic and advanced server setup, part 1 and part 2 are there. So this is the part 3. Okay. So any questions, guys, so far before we end? Hello, guys. Hello. Okay, so yeah, that concludes all the Discord setup tutorials that we have or lessons that we have. So in total, we had four. All right. So one basic server setup. It's a lengthy one. I believe that's a 1 hour lesson. And part two is also a 1 hour lesson. I mean, advanced server setup part one is a 1 hour lesson. Part two is also a 30 or 40-minute lesson. And then this part three, we took around, yeah, 30 to 40 minutes as well. So yeah, just in case you missed, okay, guys. So I completely and thoroughly discuss everything related to server setup. So if you are an aspiring community manager or community admin or Discord admin, okay, you can always check out this server setup tutorials. Okay, so if you have zero knowledge, you can check these videos out and lessons out, and then you will learn. So I actually put up even advanced things that we are discussing here already. So yeah, this is really helpful. I hope uh, you will check out all the lessons that we had, if just in case you missed, because there are a lot of topics as well. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming today. And on Thursday we will have a lesson with regards to development side of things. So this is more on if you're an aspiring blockchain or NFT developer. Okay. So we will have an NFT development lesson number 2, care of our own blockchain developer, Hemang Joshi. Okay, so that would be on Thursday, November 10th, 5 p.m. So see you there, guys. So I'll be announcing it as well, and it's already announced in our Twitter. Okay, so for those who are interested here, this is also a free webinar, NFT development tools. Okay, so see you there, guys. See you in the next lessons. Okay, so thank you for coming today and have a nice day, everyone. So goodbye.